O'Daly. The O'Daly were a learned Irish bardic family who first came to prominence early in the 12th century when Cuchanacht O'Daly was described as the first alum of poetry in all Ireland. Alum is a title given to university professors in modern Irish. The modern Irish surnames O'Daly, O-D-A-L-Y, Daly, D-A-L-Y, Daly, D-A-L-E-Y, Daly, D-A-L-L-E-Y, Daly, D-A-I-L-Y, Daly, D-A-I-L-E-Y, and Dawley, D-A-W-L-E-Y, are derived from O'Daly. Name derivation. The name O'Daly means descendant of O'Dalach. Derivation of the personal name Dalach is not entirely obvious, but the most widely accepted theory is that it derives from the same root as Dáil, meaning assembly. The Irish Parliament is called Dáil or Iran. Dalach therefore probably means assemblyman or councillor. Origins and ancestry. The earliest records of the family place them in the region of Tethba, in what is now Westmeath. The lands were in Moyshell and Megherdurnan Barony, Westmeath. The ancestral clan was called Corca Adaim, race of Adam, and they claimed descent from a son of Niall of Nine Hostages, High King of Ireland circa 400 AD, via Mael Duin Mac Mael Fithric of the Canal Make Urke, who was king in Ailic in Ulster. Mael Duin's sons included the High King Fergal Mac Mael Duin and Adam, the O'Daly ancestor. However, one source claims that Adam was a son of, confusingly, another Mael Duin, the son of Fergal Mac Mael Duin. The great-grandson of Adam was called Dalach, from whom the later surname derived. The O'Daly claimed kinship with the O'Neills and O'Donnells. The O'Daly who settled in Munster seems to have been given an alternative descendant from Eognacht, kings of Cashel, in particular from Angus, the king of Cashel, who was baptized by St. Patrick. However, this pedigree is less well attested than that derived from Niall, and there is no clear indication that the Munster branch of the O'Daly were considered to have had separate origins from the others. It may merely represent an attempt to integrate the bardic family with the local dynasties they served. Migration across Ireland. Beginning in the early 12th century, the O'Daly became scattered across Ireland, serving many royal dynasties. This diaspora may have been accentuated by the Norman invasions, which began around 1172. However, they remained chieftains in their ancestral lands in Westmeath. The earliest of these new branches of the family were in counties Cork, Roscommon, Clare and Sligo. The O'Daly continued to achieve prominence in the societies of the new homelands, becoming poets to various royal courts across Ireland and ruling as minor chiefs over lands outside of Westmeath. An eminent dynasty of bards. The chiefs of High Cork Ardam, O'Daly of lasting renown. Many of the O'Daly were hereditary poets to the various Irish royal courts, and a number of them held the post of Ard Alam, chief poet of Ireland. The Ard Alam ranked with the High King of Ireland in the social hierarchy and maintained his own court. More than one member of the O'Daly family held both his post and the post of Chief Alam of Scotland. The chief poet of the family was known as the O'Daly, in the same manner that the Prince of Thomond was called the O'Brien. Members of the clan founded bardic schools throughout Ireland and also in Scotland. The noble bards of Ireland were accorded great prestige and were encountered filled, or men of skill, in social rank. They were placed below kings, but above all others. The O'Daly were the foremost practitioners of the exacting and difficult poetry form known as Dan Diriach throughout the late medieval period. Part of the prestige that attached to the Irish bardic Alam was derived from fear. A leader satirized in a Glam de Seine satire poem by a very able poet could find his social position badly undermined. Very talented poets were also believed to possess the power to raise boils on the face of a target of his satires or inflict other bodily harm. Early Irish society placed great store on the physical appearances of leaders. Conversely, the praise of a skilled poet was greatly valued as it enhanced social and political prestige. In addition to the poetry of senior members of the O'Daly sept were also chieftains. The lands included the minor kingdom of Corcoraid, in Meath, and Muintir in Cork. Royal courts would often grant lands to the bards, and many townlands such as Ballydaly near Strokestown, County Roscommon, commemorate this in their names. In theory, the lands of Irish poets were held sacrosanct and could not be despoiled during warfare or raiding. Other members of the family were ecclesiastics, monks, abbots and bishops, and they often combined the church roles with the production of religious poetry. The Irish bardic poet was often intimately involved in dynastic politics and warfare. A number of O'Daly died violent deaths or caused the violent deaths of others. The murderous axe-wielding crusader Murdoch Albanac O'Daly is the archetype of a warlike Irish poet. Notable family members. I'll just give them a few details, but I'll give the names. Cuchanacht O'Daly, also called Cuchanacht Nasgoil, of the Bardic School, the first alarm of poetry in all Ireland. He died at the monastery of Clonard, Meath, in 1139. He is the earliest recorded use of the name O'Daly. Ragnall U. O'Daly died 1161. Gilla na Trenoit O'Daly, chief poet of the Kingdom of Desmond in Munster, was killed by the son of Cormac MacCarthaig in 1166. Tad Uga O'Daly, chief alarm of Ireland, Scotland, died 1681. Male Aosa O'Daly died 1185. Angus O'Daly, the common ancestor of all the O'Dalys, extant around 1200. Murdoch Albanac O'Daly, 1213 to 1220. Donachad More O'Daly, in recording his death in 1244, the Annals of the Four Masters described him as a poet who never was and never will be surpassed. Luagade Lewis O'Daly died 1337, Bishop of Clonmacnoise. Angus Ruarag O'Daly in Meath, around 1325. Gothrad Fionn O'Daly of Cork died 1387. Cerebral MacLachlan O'Daly died 1405, chief alarm of Ireland. And Gofraid Fionn O'Daly of Cork died 1387, was chief alarm of Ireland. Fergal O'Daly died 1420. Tagd O'Daly, Bishop of Achonry, 1436 to 1442. Sean O'Daly, Bishop of Clonmacnoise, 1444 to 1487. Cormac Mac Tad Balag O'Daly, unclear when active, unknown dates between 1200 and 1600. In the early modern era, Angus Fionn O'Daly, known as the Pious, 1520 to 1570. And there's a number of those. And finally, later history of the sept. The end of the prominence of the Gaelic-speaking nobility of Ireland, epitomised by the flight of the Earls in the early 17th century, meant the social eclipse of those bardic families such as the O'Daly that depended on the patronage. The name O'Daly also became anglicised to Daly, D-A-L-Y, and O'Daly, O-D-A-L-Y, Daly, D-A-Y-L-E-Y, Daly, D-A-L-E-Y, Daly, D-A-I-L-E-Y, or Dawley, D-A-W-L-E-Y. With the loss of the land in the wake of rebellions against English rule and in the plantations of Ireland, most branches of O'Daly became, to a greater or lesser extent, impoverished. An example of this is the fate of O'Daly's Munty, Bear, the Sheep's Head Peninsula, Cork, relatives and descendants of Angus Rad O'Daly, Angus Rad na Neo. They lost the last of their land in the aftermath of the fall of James II and were reduced to a state of struggling tenant farmers. One prominent exception to this trend was the O'Daly family of Dunsandle, which became part of the Protestant ascendancy, though its members often espoused the extension of Catholic rights. Generations of this family served as mayors and MPs of Galway. They were also raised to the peerage as barons of Dunsandle. The Dunsandle Dalys claimed descent from Donachad More O'Daly and incorporated the Red Hand of Ulster into the coat of arms to recall their ancient O'Neill connections. Ultimately, the Dalys of Dunsandle retained their wealth and political prominence, but at the cost of losing the faith and culture their ancestors long held. A member of the above-mentioned line, Dennis St. George Daly, won a gold medal for men's polo in the 1900 Summer Olympics in Paris. O'Daly.